Okay, so we now have put our images into a folder on our pen drive, and it's time to do some basic processing of those images. So you would have your folder comp test and the date, and inside that folder you would have another folder which has got a couple of final images in there that you wanted to play with. So the first thing we need to do is let's make a copy of that image. So therefore we then will have an image that we can always go back to, which is sort of like our original image. So the first thing we do, highlight it, file, copy to, and you'll need to go down and choose a folder and say that you want it to be put into finals, and there we go, and we have a copy sitting here. So now the really good thing about that is that if we stuff up our image or we get it to a point where we don't like it and we can't go back, we always have a copy of that image that we can start from. We just make another copy and we just move on. So let's start working with that copy image, and we'll leave that original image there. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to open up our image in Camera Raw in Adobe Bridge. And you will notice if we hover over all of these little symbols, they pretty much tell you what they are. So this one here, Camera Raw, let's click on that, and we can open up our image. Across the top here is a whole lot of little tools that we're going to use. We are pretty much just going to be working with the cropping tool, and a little bit later on you might get shown what you can do with a graduated filter. But first of all, let's start having a wee look. Cropping. Pretty much if you click and drag like so, you'll end up having an area which you can see the image, and then the area on the outside which is shaded. You can move image around, and you might start to remove some of the unwanted information that you might not think is really important, like this stuff up in this top corner that's hidden in the shade. We might drop this down. We might not start thinking about that tree, maybe being in the this tree here, thinking about that rule of thirds, or the golden section that we were looking at. Bring that up to there, and that looks, we'll kind of cut out a little bit of information that we don't really need. Cool, once you've got it to a point that you like, hit return, and there you have your final cropped image. Another thing that you can do, if you click over in here, you can zoom in on your image. You can zoom out. You can have a bit of a good look and see what it's like. If you click, you can zoom in and drag. Hovering on this hand tool, you can shift it around and you can look at different areas of your image. There we go, so we have our image cropped, zooming in and out. So once we've got our cropping, we then want to look at saving our image. So if we click save, we want to give our file a name. So we might look at changing it to Final 4. We want it in the same location, so comp test finals. Keep it in there. We will need to save it as a JPEG. So we're happy with that. And we click save. So if we then click done, you'll notice that we've got our image over here, our copy of our image, and it tells us that we've done a little bit of cropping with it. So let's go back into that image and we'll look to do a little bit more manipulation. So, and let's save that for our next little tutorial.